Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. Before I start this video, guys, I just want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you out there that continue to support this channel day in and day out, ladies and gentlemen. It does not go unnoticed. I can see your comments, even though I may not have the chance always to get around to reply to them. I do take note of them, and they are very warmly received. So a big thank you. It's because of you guys that this channel has got to nearly 14,000 subscribers in a very short period of time. We've also been gaining a lot of traction out there in the algorithm. So thank you very much. Keep it up, guys. We've got a lot of upgrades coming for this channel. We're going to start doing more daily segments, whether that be a news segment, whether that be going into other altcoins, some top picks, some hot DeFi projects, etc., etc., that we're going to be bringing out a lot more daily videos as this channel grows. Also some green screens coming that we're going to do some interesting things with, some more kind of interviews, etc., etc. So there's lots coming for this channel, guys. So that's really all I want to say. A big thank you, guys. Like I say, it doesn't go unnoticed. It's because of you guys that this channel has grown so much and is going to continue to do so, I'm sure. So what are we going to be getting into today, guys? Well, I'm going to be giving you a Cardano update because Bitcoin largely seems to be leading the market right now, and Cardano is really doing the same thing. Now, you guys will notice that we had a descending triangle drawn that we said was a falling wedge. What we've done is we've adjusted this to more of a kind of falling wedge on the charts. The reason we drew the descending triangle was so we could put a splitter in the middle and really kind of work out where we are. What half were we in? Were we in the bullish half or the bearish half? What was likely to happen? Where were we building? Where were we forming kind of bases, etc., etc.? But what we've done is we've actually switched this to more of a kind of falling wedge kind of map, if you will. And this is the most textbook falling wedge that I've seen in a long time, guys. Ultimately, falling wedges are a reversal pattern. We've updated you on this and we say, look, you are going to break out and continue this bull run. We've made sure to tell you from the start of this sell-off and reiterate it continuously on this channel, whereas lots of other YouTubers just went away and hid their faces, that this is just a correction within a bull market, guys. Crypto is in a bull market. In the earlier video that we put out, we covered a number of articles, all involving big institutions out there, and we're going to bring one of those articles up now because I think it's going to really show you just how early you are as a cryptocurrency investor and certainly a Cardano investor. We showed you BlackRock. We showed you the Rothschild Corp investment group, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, all getting involved with the crypto space. And we're going to go over this article in just a sec. I'm just going to finish up this kind of analysis because it is very interesting. You know, Bitcoin does look to have broken out of this falling wedge and is going to start its recovery. What I would like to see is us go up a little bit higher, come back to test this 20 EMA. We're also above the 20 EMA, by the way, guys, before the EMA moves up and we kind of use it as a bit of a staircase, which is typical of the kind of price action that we see on a recovery. So this is a reversal structure. It's very, very textbook. And ultimately, we think this is going to play out. We think the recovery is on, guys, and that's what I'm really here to tell you. Ultimately, you know, Cardano is just following Bitcoin. You can see Cardano technically has not broken out of this falling wedge. It's broken out of the descending triangle, but not the falling wedge, and it's still pushed right up against it. A breakout is coming, even though the weekends typically tend to be a little bit sell-off-ish. We are super stoked about what's coming. You know, we are confident, very confident, guys, and I could be proven wrong, and if we do come out to be wrong, you know, 6 months down the line, we will hold our hands up and say, look, it doesn't need to be 6 months, 2 months down the line, a month down the line, we'll hold our hands up and say, look, we were wrong. That's part of the learning process. But ultimately, we're very confident that this is a reversal structure and the cryptocurrency market is going to continue going in the direction it is destined to. A $1.39 trillion market cap. That is so small when you look at that in comparison with global wealth, and crypto is going to accrue a lot of global wealth due to it being a yield, a high yield bearing asset, whereas something like cash depreciates. You know, we brought up that clip where Elon said, look, he doesn't like banking in Europe because he literally has to pay the banks to hold his money. They have negative interest rates over there, so you can borrow for less than what you'd have to pay them back. It's all messed up, the world right now, guys, and cryptocurrencies offer a real lifeboat. So this is really what we're anticipating, guys. We're just waiting on this to kind of come to fruition. Volume's still very low. However, It's low on exchanges. Over the counter, I think, will be very revealing because the on-chain metrics show a large amount of Bitcoin being transacted from one wallet to others. This is largely over the counter, and this is going to be institutional clients buying. So the reason that I bring this up, this is Bitcoin about face. JP Morgan opens crypto trading to all. So JP Morgan essentially have sort of offered it to their big clients, their family offices, their institutions, but now they're kind of offering to everybody, all of their clients. In an ironic twist, given CEO Jamie Dimon's well-established distrust of the industry, JP Morgan has reportedly become the first major bank to provide all wealth management clients with access to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency funds. Do you think, lots of worry about regulations, do you think if they thought the space was going to get regulated in a very negative way, that they would start offering these funds to clients, knowing the impact that would have? It would tarnish their reputation, etc., etc. These guys work very closely and are in the know. Whilst retail's in extreme fear on the fear and greed interest, these guys are going in and setting up and building infrastructure around these assets. So this is very, very positive. The next thing that I want to bring up, and the reason I bring this article up on a Cardano video will become apparent in just a second. Advisors in JP Morgan's 630 billion wealth management division can now accept orders to buy and sell 5 cryptocurrency products, including Grayscale's, and this is important, remember Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Trust, Ethereum Classic products, and Osprey Funds Bitcoin Trust. The policy change became effective on July 19th, according to an internal memo obtained by Business Insiders. This is huge. The reason I bring this up is because Grayscale's third largest holding is Cardano. Now, the reason they aren't yet sort of holding Cardano and they haven't gone for the Cardano Trust is really quite simple. Cardano's only really been about since 2017. That was its launch. It got launched right in the bull market of 2017. So the other cryptos, and it's a common trait that institutions usually list these 5 cryptos, is because they've been about for a while. Regulators, we're seeing it in the Ripple Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. They already have essentially come out and said, look, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash are not securities. They're fine, they're cryptocurrencies, and we can regulate them accordingly. Whereas there is a kind of grey area with a lot of other cryptos out there that I think that the XRP or Ripple and SEC lawsuit is going to clear up a lot of that FUD. And ultimately, it's a matter of time, ladies and gentlemen, especially with Cardano being Grayscale's third largest holding. I'm not sure why it's not shown up, by the way, guys, on Bybit. Does anybody have any explanation for that? Because this was updated literally yesterday. So they're still not shown up, but they're the 4th largest holding. So they have a considerable amount of Cardano, which really indicates a huge demand for the product from institutions and retail. Anybody can buy GBTC as long as you have enough money. Or GBT, whatever, as long as you have enough money. The Grayscale product trust, as long as you have enough money. But ultimately, guys, this is extremely bullish. It's a matter of time before big banks like JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, even in the UK, the banks that are largely against Binance right now are going to do a 180 and start supporting and custodying and monetizing this asset class. So this is huge. So when you couple all this in and go watch that video that we put out earlier, guys, with what's happening with Bitcoin, Bitcoin on the stock RSI, let's quickly switch it to a weekly. This is what's got me extremely bullish. The RSI realistically could do with coming down a bit lower, but look at the stock RSI, guys. You have formed that bullish cross that we were talking about. So it's a matter of time before you form this. You've come back and retested it not once, but twice. This is typical of a breakout. You don't hang around here for long. That bullish cross has been formed on the stock RSI. We're super bullish, ladies and gentlemen. And, the thank you that I gave at the start of the video was very much heartfelt because cryptocurrencies have changed my life. They've allowed a level of financial freedom to enter my life, not only my life, my friends and family's lives. So I'm very grateful for it, and I'm super stoked to be on this journey with you guys. So we'll probably wrap the video up there, guys. I just thought, kind of putting 2 and 2 together, this is huge news, and really shows that these guys who work very closely with regulators are doing this, not anticipating perhaps another crash, which would significantly lower interest. It shows, first of all, a huge interest in big institutions and the demand for crypto. It also shows that they aren't worried about regulations. On top of that, it also shows that they aren't really necessarily anticipating a huge crash, because if they were, we know how the crypto space works. When it goes down in price, and it shouldn't be like this, guys, because if you understand the same way, if you looked at the .com stocks and you invested in them based on the value, the underlying value of them, and not just the price, which is what you should be doing with crypto, by the way, guys, then, when the price drops, people lose interest. So that they're anticipating, three things really: that regulatory clarity is going to come, and it's going to be very much in the favor of these guys and these assets, that demand is there, and that the price is probably going to continue in the right direction. And I don't see how it can't, like I say, at $1.39 trillion. So very excited. The overall market does look to be recovering. We're not out of the woods yet. I will absolutely reiterate that to people. You are still, even with Bitcoin, look at the 4 hourly for Bitcoin, guys. That to me looks like quite a strong breakout, and I'm anticipating 1, 2, 3. I'm anticipating a bit of an Elliott wave theory within this, so you probably make your third impulse before then entering your little pullback, which could be the retest. We want to see that retest, guys, before a clear breakout is established. And this is just definitely, to me, very, very confident about it, guys. A reversal in the markets. These are textbook falling wedges, guys, that Bitcoin has broken out. Cardano looks to be following that kind of a trend. So we're super bullish. But that is all I have for you. I'm going to stop rambling on. Like I say, a big thank you again, guys. Keep up the good work. It's much appreciated. And I hopefully will see you all on the next YouTube video. If you enjoyed the content, like is always appreciated. So is a comment. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.